It's important to identify and correct scheduling problems quickly, which is where the task inspector comes in. Manually scheduled tasks are prone to schedule problems because Project doesn't calculate their dates. Red squiggly lines, like the ones for misspellings in Microsoft Word, show potential schedule problems in Project. When you right-click a cell with a red squiggly line, you can choose a command to correct the problem, or open the task inspector to see what's going on, and then choose the corrective action you want. In this schedule, let's look at the Present to Management task. It has red squiggly lines. So right-click the task, and on the shortcut menu, you have some options. For example, one thing is, it's a manually scheduled task. So one solution might be to switch it to auto-scheduled, and you could choose that on the shortcut menu. In this case, the other option is Respect Links. It's linked to another task finished to start, but it's not really respecting those links. So in this case, I'll choose that option. And now you can see that Project reschedules the task so that the finish to start is accurate, and the red squiggly lines go away. Identify Costs is another task with a red squiggly line. When I right-click this task, on the shortcut menu, see this command, Ignore Problems for this task. Well, in this case, part of it is, if you look over in the timescale, you can see that the manually scheduled summary task finishes earlier than the subtasks. So that shows it as a problem. If you want, you could ignore the problems for this task by choosing Ignore Problems for this task on the shortcut menu. But in this case, we're going to go to the Task Inspector. So at the top, I choose Fix in Task Inspector. The Task Inspector pane opens up. You can see at the top that the problems with this task are listed, and then you actually have the actions you can take to fix those problems. Well, one of the options is to extend the finish. That is one of the problems because here the bracket finishes earlier than the subtask. So by extending the finish, everything would match up and the problem would go away. But in this case, the better option might be to change the dates because it's a manually scheduled task. By clicking Change Dates, the bracket moves so the start and finish dates match the subtask, and the squiggly lines go away. The Task Inspector is useful for finding and fixing scheduling problems. Just look for those red squiggly lines. You can right-click a task to choose commands that can fix the problem, or you can open the Task Inspector to dig a little deeper before you choose a repair option. Keep in mind, sometimes you have to come up with your own solutions, like modifying resource assignments.